what's up? Welcome back to the Sit Down with K-Shev. I'm K-Shev. Today I brought my good friend Devin DeFeast. You guys probably already know him, but when I need inspiration, he's the guy I go to. It's hard to believe I'm the one usually giving it out, but sometimes I need it too. And this guy, seems like every time he has a goal, he gets the job done. Tell him about what you did recently in your past.
So kind of what he's talking about, to kind of put me on the spot a little bit. I had, like, obviously we all done our little shit, like, through high school and whatnot, but after high school, I had joined a weight loss challenge. I lost 30 pounds in 30 days, and I won that. And then I decided I wanted to do a bodybuilding show, and I had about 8 weeks to prep for it, which, as a lot of you guys know out there, if you do bodybuilding, that's not a lot of time. But I pulled through, I did what I had to do, and I actually placed first debut. I got second novice, and then I got fourth overall. So that was a pretty big accomplishment to me. And then I decided that I hate dieting and it sucks, especially the way that I did it, because it was like the wrong way. So I wanted to become a power lifter, and I wanted to get really strong. And I went into the States, New Jersey States, for USAPL last year with no expectations at all, just going in to have fun. And I actually placed first. So that kind of lit the fire, and I did a second meet winter war recently in February, and I placed second in that, and I qualified for nationals. So nationals is in October, and that's what we're done for.
So the question I have for you is, what drives you every day? You get up and do all these things. Like, do you ever have a time where, like, you're not feeling it, you're not motivated, but you know, like, why you started it? You know the end goal that you want. Does that make it easier to keep going, like, on the days that you have no energy and no motivation?
So I'm gonna be honest, it's never easy, and like, it's cliche, but like, the main thing is that, like, I truly feel that, like, deep down, that it's never easy, and I've had more bad days than good, especially recently. I had to check myself, you know, just like kind of make myself step up in my own life, and like, shit wasn't going the way I wanted to, and
perspective,
so it's,
right?
Yeah, it's definitely perspective. So I was getting, like, real negative, and then, like, it was all because of my perspective, and then everything kind of changed, and I kind of had, like, one of those epiphanies. Like I said, it's cliche, but it happens to people, and I was like, word, I got to turn this shit around. And you know, I've had, like, injuries and stuff, but this was probably, like, the hardest obstacle I've had to face yet. So, like, all that other shit had been, like, easy compared to this, and getting through that really kind of gave me the strength to say, like, you know what, if you could get through what you just got through, then, you know, you could get through really anything.
Is there people that you go to, or is there things that you do, like certain type of things, maybe listen to music on a bad day, you know, go for a walk, anything? What are the things that you do that kind of get your mind calm?
So, my employer, actually, the kid that owns the penalty box, he's, like, one of my biggest mentors. Him, my coach, Tom Magarelli.
Yeah, he's cool.
Those two guys are, like, seriously, like, anchors, like, the boys. And then, you know, you got your other boys, like, I got my boys Frank, Bryce, like, you know, we all talk and we mingle.
But
and
you
then,
got
like,
your two main guys.
Those guys, like, you know, they're a little bit older, so they have a little bit more maturity, but, like, the main, like, beside, like, overall main two, definitely, like, mom and girlfriend, hands down, those two,
Big
like,
time.
it really, like, it's, without them, like, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Do you ever have days where, like, you wanna quit the certain thing that you're going for? Like, right now it's powerlifting. Do you ever think, oh, this is so freaking hard, like, why am I even doing it? Maybe I should try something different.
Yeah, that's the problem is that there's too many people, like, in my own head, like, my perspective is that I think there's too much, like, ooh-rah, like, motivation, and, like, oh, even when you're not feeling it, like, go do it anyway.
For sure.
When, like, in reality, like, it's not a sprint. Like, it's a marathon. And again, everybody says it, but you have to let that ingrain into your head, because subconsciously you're still making those quick decisions and not letting the process just work itself out. Like, we're young as hell, and everybody's like, gotta get it now, gotta get it now.
But really,
and, like, if you get a bad day, that's cool. Like, take the bad day and keep moving forward. Like, it's not... Like, you don't have to make a big deal out of it. You don't have to make a fuss, you know. You just take it on the chin, you pick yourself up, and you continue to go, you know.
Everybody wants success, like, right now, and I feel like people get so discouraged if they have a goal and after a week or 2 weeks or a month, it's not, like, where they wanted it to be. But like you said, it's a process. It may take you 2 or 3 years to get the ultimate goal, or maybe longer.
Yeah.
But it's about the process. You learn more about yourself, I feel like, throughout the journey. You meet different people. You go through situations that maybe, change your life for the better or the worse. Friends leave, you lose friends. But I feel like that's all part of it. And we have to tell people, like, you can't get discouraged when those things happen. That's life. There's 7 billion people in the world. Not everybody's going to agree with what you're doing. Not everybody's going to like what you're doing. People may share different opinions. But the thing that matters the most is, like, what you feel, I feel like. Like, what your opinion of what you're doing is. That's what matters. Like Gary Vee always talks about. You have to try so hard to not let other opinions really shape your decisions. Yeah. But it's hard, though. It's hard, right? It's hard not to let people's thoughts get in your head, because we all naturally think of what people are saying and thinking about us. Yeah. But how do you kind of navigate not to listen to them?
So one of the things that I don't think a lot of people really understand, and again, it goes back to perspective, and again, like, none of, like, listen, we're 22, 23, whoever follows you, maybe 24, 25, 30. Like, life is a journey, and nobody has it figured out ever. Mm-hmm. Not the rich, not the poor, nobody. Everyone's just going through life off of how they see it. Yeah. Right? Yep. So what I'm about to say is how I look at it. I think that everybody has their struggles. Like, if you listen to rap music, a lot of rappers talk about the struggle and the mud and like having to carry guns on them and shit. And yeah, that's their harsh reality. But that doesn't mean that the middle class doesn't go through their own harsh shit. Mm-hmm. Like, we got to go through heartbreak and all of our other stuff. So it doesn't make it any equal. Like, it doesn't make it lesser or greater than their struggle. It's just different. Mm-hmm. And then you have the rich people who, let's be honest, we think they have it all together. Yeah. Every time we see somebody rich or have it or have so many followers, subconsciously, it's like they got it, but we don't know what they're going through. But they're going through so much on their own terms. Like, they got the money, they got the car, the girl, the guy, whatever. But, like, are they happy? Yeah. Are they actually doing what they want to do, or are they being controlled, or like what? Like, you don't know. Yeah. But we're all so wrapped up in other people's lives, we're not focusing on ourselves. We're trying to get happiness through that and through other outlets, when you got to just flow through it yourself. It's a daily process. Yeah. It'll never one day it'll click, but it'll never be 100%. It's always a work in progress. Yeah. And like, I think people, again, it comes back to, like, you get everything you want now. Like, if you want a car, you work for it for like 6 months, you go lease it. You want the iPhone, the Apple Watch, the AirPods, the new TV, like, those tangible items can be bought with money. Yeah. So you're like, wow, this will bring happiness. And maybe it does for like a week, but it's just another thing. Yeah. And now you're losing money, so then you get more miserable, so you think you need more money, but that's not the case. Like, you're just spreading yourself too thin. Like, it's practical as hell, but like, live in your parents' home. Like, even if you have to pay them a little bit of rent money, like, it's way cheaper. Like, why do we have to move out so quick? Why do we need to have our social status so high? Like,
society puts pressure on us. I feel like society's like, oh, if you don't move out by 25, you're a loser, or if you don't have this great job with benefits by 26, you're not successful, you failed. But some people start late. Some people start at 28, 29. There's no set age where you have to have it all figured out. It's your life, it's your pace. People may not agree, oh, you got to move out of your parents' house. Why are you living in your parents' basement? You should have a college degree and be graduated. But people have these different thoughts in their head of what other people should do. But like you said, you got to focus on what you think you should do and what's right for you. Someone said, hey, Devin, stop doing that. It's not right. But you know what's right. So you have to listen to your gut and your heart. And I feel like what you just said makes perfect sense. But I want to finish by asking one more question. What are like your long-term, like 5-year goals, 10-year goals? Like, what is the ultimate goal in, honestly, the fitness world for you and just your career in life?
So again, none of us really, like, we all want to, like, we all think we kind of know what we want, and like that changes. Quick little story, I'll try to make it quick.
Good, bro.
It was like junior year, I had a teacher at High School East who made us write letters to ourselves, and she'll send it to us in like 5-8 years, whatever. Mrs. Rankin, shout out to you. And I read it, and it was like, I want to be a cop, and then an FBI agent, I want to go to Rutgers, and like, literally, I went off to like go to basic training for the military, and when I came back, I was like, hell no, I don't want to be a cop, because I didn't like the military. Mm-hmm. Just the way that it was. I was like, yeah, this is cool, it's all right, but like, not my thing.
What you wanted to do.
I experienced it, and like, I did what I had to do, but I was like, all right, not my route, whatever. And then I took the next route, and then it was okay, let's get into personal training. And then I was doing that, and then I was just doing everything they wanted me to do, and my goals were changing from bodybuilding to powerlifting, and I was like, I'm just not happy training people the way that I am because it's not my own philosophies. I felt like I was being pushed in a certain direction.
To preach about something that you don't even agree with.
Exactly, and I didn't really like that, so I moved on and I did some other stuff, and you know, even right now, like, people think like, oh, you graduate college, or like, you didn't go to college, like, what job do you have, how much money are you making? Like, I'm happier now working for Penalty Box Fitness and delivering Chinese food than I was being a trainer making $25 an hour, being comfortable. I'm happier now.
Exactly.
And dude, I'm 22. I don't need it. Like,
would you take money and not being happy, or happy with average money? I feel like your mental health and happiness should come before money. Because money's gonna come eventually. You're gonna make money, and you can make money in all different avenues. Chinese, penalty box. But your happiness is the most important. Why would you have a job where you're making $25 an hour, but you're dreading going to work? You're miserable. It drains on you, and you can't move forward if you have dead weight on your shoulder. How can you take a step in your life?
Then it becomes like a mental health issue, and then people start like doing things for people and like,
crazy.
But I mean, my end goal, honestly, as cliche and funny as it is, I actually want to get into the cannabis industry.
Nice.
I plan on, you know, saving money through the years, just live at home, you know, get as much money as I can, and then learn as much as I can about the business. And then depending on where it's at, legalization wise, like in the States, like I definitely would want to travel out to Colorado and see what it's about over there. And like, I think it's a really good thing for a lot of people, and it's really opened my eyes to a lot of different things, and it really brought my perspective to places that I didn't think that it would ever go.
There you go.
So I felt like it was the key that unlocked a few doors mentally and like spiritually, as like funny as that sounds. But I think like if I were to give one common denominator for like everybody and everything, I think like, again, the reason I'm getting into the industry is I think everybody just needs to smoke and chill the fuck out and like let life just like be the life, and you just experience what you experience, and like that's it. Like, you can have goals, you can do all these things, but like if you get discouraged, fine. If you have a bad day, like, it's cool. Like, stop getting so stressed. Like, you're living serious. Like, yo, ready? Best analogy, then we'll close it out. I'm sorry. When you're a big football fan, so when you're watching the game, you're like, wow, it's halftime. There's a lot of game left. If we live to 80 years old, 40 years old is the halftime of life.
Damn. That's a good way to look at it.
We're in the first quarter. There's so much game left, and people are like, let's get it now. Like, no, chill. Tom Brady literally waits until the last second, throws a touchdown, game over. Like, that's what I'm like, literally with no seconds left on the clock, runs it out. Perfect timing all the time.
That was a really good one, man. That was a really good one.
Like,
live to 80, 40 is the halfway mark. So 40 is the new 20. Just think about it. If you're 23 right now and you don't have a full-time job, you don't have a college degree, and you're stressed and like, damn, I failed. You didn't fail yet. You're super young. You have a lot of life left. You're not even halfway to 30, really. You're not even at 25 yet. You're 23, 22, 21, whatever. You got to live your life and enjoy it, because if you get so stressed out about making the coin, making the dollar, you're going to miss out on all the different experiences that you can have. So, Devin, thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you rocking the tank.
No problem.
This kid, Devin DeFeast, follow the kid. He'll give you that fitness knowledge. He'll give you that life knowledge. He'll just give you the knowledge. So you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend, and be safe.
Thank you for having me, bro.
No problem.